on to another episode of AIME's Grow and Get It. I'm Tom Allis, President of Growth with AIME, and today I get the honor and privilege to sit with Miss Gay Veal, mortgage broker with Epic Lending. She lives in Colorado, has connections everywhere. Katie and I got to spend some time with Gay recently, really covering the topic what I asked her to be here for today, which is, building relationships that help you in your own business, right? And this is one thing, and I probably hacked that a little bit, so there was a better title to it. But it was close to that. It was basically leveraging relationships to grow a successful business. And, the one thing that I can say, with AIME, it's allowed me an opportunity to meet and collaborate with a lot of brokers all over the country. So it's been a great source for that. But Gay, tell us a little bit about yourself. You're a military veteran. Where did you serve? What did you do? Give us a little background for those that don't know you.
Yeah, sure. First, thanks so much for having me on, Tom. I really appreciate it. And it really was great spending a little bit of time with you and Katie recently, and your gorgeous wife, Nicole, of course. So I am a 30-year Air Force veteran. I retired in 2018. I did a short stint as a defense contractor shortly after I retired and quickly discovered that wasn't for me. I was missing really, kind of that relationship piece, right? What we're talking about. And a girlfriend said, you should come be a broker. So, I was a little hesitant at first, but it didn't take long for me to, realize that I really could have an impact helping people, particularly veterans, because that's my people. It's my background. It's who I know. And so here I am. And that's a little bit about my background. I've only been in the mortgage industry for a little less than 3 years now. But I like to think it's been pretty successful thus far. I got very lucky. I started at the end of 2020, so 2021, people were still, clamoring to refi, but I didn't have to worry about really lead generation or anything like that. I just put out to my own personal network of, again, of 30 years of being in the military and serving all over the world, literally all over the world, from Japan to Germany, all over the United States, England, Alaska. I just said, hey, this is what I'm doing and I'd love to help. And people started calling and, I've been very fortunate. The phone hasn't stopped ringing.
That's beautiful. The only thing that I've been wondering, I thought you had to be 18 to get in the military. I didn't think you could get in when you were 10. I don't know how you manage that, but
I love it.
I got to see it in person, which was really cool. Because one, we spent some time together here recently, and like any good mortgage broker, it's like Todd Bitter's comment: answer your damn phone, right? It didn't matter if we were on a hike and we actually even got lost for a little bit because Gay's behind a bush and she's on her phone, and then I overheard her conversations, and it's a conversation of partnership. It's a conversation of like care. It's not, I don't know how to say this, but you are an ultimate professional. You can tell it wasn't about making a commission, or it's like even the referral you shared with me, the borrower was like, yeah, my agent said that I should, if I'm going to make any move and use my VA loan, I need to speak to somebody that's not only well-versed in it, but takes care of our people. So like any just high quality mortgage broker, she answers her damn phone and she's on the call with this client. And you could just tell when you talk to Gay, the confidence that she has in her ability to really just want to help and serve people. And I know for me, I'm a civilian, right? Never served in the military. I've never coined the phrase of trying to be a VA expert, even though I've always been drawn to doing it. And even one of the things that you said to me that I really liked was like, I didn't want to be one of those types of people that I was just going to go and try to pillage my community that I served with. And then you realize, well, wait a minute, I'm really not. I am serving them better than 99% of this industry. And we for sure can say at least 75% of the industry, because 75% is retail. So we know that you're beating at least 75% of them. But you really come at it from an angle of the relationship, right? It's a relationship that an agent is trusting you when they refer to you. And my question to you is like, how do you support those relationships to be able to get those referrals? Like, what are the actions that you're doing?
Yeah, so I mean, probably not a lot different than what other brokers on here have talked about. But start by answering the phone. Be available when they need you to be available. I always say, when I want to take downtime, people are like, "Oh, you can't really, like you're not taking any downtime," and I'm like, "Yeah, but people don't want to wait on my vacation to buy their home." So first and foremost, I want to make sure that I'm available to anyone who's referring a client to me, be it an agent, another client, another broker, so on and so forth. So number one, make yourself available. And that goes beyond just answering the phone. As you saw, I'm licensed in Alaska because that's where I retired from, and I'm licensed in many states, by the way, but Alaska's the one, I think that's most prevalent because we just went there. But I try to go to the states and develop relationships where I'm licensed, and so it would be easy for me to just kind of lean on some existing relationships in Alaska that I have, but I I don't. Like, I want people to know that I'm committed, that I'm willing to go to Alaska in January. Now, I did just go in August, but I will go in January as well.
Yes.
And just show them that I'm there for them and that I understand their community. I take time getting to know the communities that I serve, not just say, oh, I'm licensed in Tennessee and leave it at that, or, what pick a state. I do try to make sure that I can make that connection with the community as best possible. And then, as we talked about before, communication is a big part of that. Not just the beginning communication and being available in the very beginning, but communication throughout. So one of the things I really like to do is send video updates. I think I got that somewhere on here, either a Grow and Get It or some other, experience from another broker here in the AIME community about the importance of sending videos because people really want to connect with you. They want to get to
It
know
was Mike
you.
Rankin,
And
if I'm not mistaken. I'm not, but I remember having that episode, and then I started doing it as well too. It's like it took me longer to type out that message than just hold your phone up, hit record, be authentic, and send it. So I'm going to
and
just
they love it.
backstep one thing that I want to cover. You know,
Yeah.
as Gay mentioned, she's licensed in a multitude of states. Now, it's easy to just get licensed in other states, but what it isn't easy to do is to engage in an authentic manner. When she said she'll go to Alaska in February or January, or we just went, it wasn't she's just going there to post up. She's going and meeting people that she knows that she does business with or have done business with, agents, other loan officers, other industry experts. She's taking the time to invest into that community. And it was really cool to see because she does know Alaska. She does know Tennessee. We don't do loans in Japan, but guess what? If she did, she'd probably go back there again because she knows that area. And part of that, in my opinion, it's authentic, right? You're not coming off trying to pillage a community. You're really there to be of service and to strengthen that relationship, to water the grass, to pull the weeds, so to speak. And I thought it was beautiful to see how someone who's moved all over the world took on a new career and still makes time to go to even this was it was a smaller meeting by all means, like it was way smaller than what I was kind of assuming, but it's also in the middle of Alaska, right? But there were
Yeah.
professionals that drove hours away, and then you have someone like you that flew. I don't know how long your flight was, but it was a long time, right? Taking the
Yeah.
effort to do it, to show up, not because you're there chasing a paycheck, but because that's the character who you are. And I think it's important for anyone, especially if you're growing a business in a different market. I have a team member that does kind of the same thing with Hawaii. He was an originator in Hawaii, moved to Texas. He still goes back there, visits with his
Yep.
referral partners. I think that's key to solidifying those relationships and showing, hey, yeah, I am still here. I do know this area. I am your go-to person.
Yeah, and I try to mix other things that I do that are important to me with those visits. So, for example, in my local community here, I'm a board member for the Honor Flight of Southern Colorado, where we take World War II, Vietnam, and Korean War veterans to Washington, D.C. to see the memorials that were built in honor of their service. But guess what? That puts me in Virginia, which is where I'm licensed, and it gives me the opportunity to, if I can take a meeting in the evening or extend my stay a little bit or go a little bit early, that it shows that I'm in that community and I'm serving in that community as well, not just in my backyard.
Yeah, yeah, it's perfect. I think for a lot of us that have tried to expand to other states, it was probably one of the most impactful questions for me when I was there when we did a Q&A session. One of the loan officers that was there with Motto Mortgage, he was like, how do I grow my business in other states? And I wanted to be like, ask Gabe, look at what she's doing. This is how you do it. Be involved, right? Whether it's an organization, a community affiliation, setting up meetings. Don't just call and expect people to give you business because you're a broker, right? Yeah,
Right.
before too long, well, hopefully we get to 100%. Don't think it'll ever happen, but if it does, you have to provide a value that is more than just cheaper, faster, and better. And when you watch a professional like has been new to this industry, but understands the importance of responsibility and leveraging relationships, it's amazing to watch. There's no reason why you're successful and why you're doing the things that you're doing in this industry. So with
And
that,
if I could add one more thing real quick,
please.
just shameless plug for AIME. They didn't ask me to do this, but that was the other thing. I had to figure out how to immerse myself in this community as well. So yes, I have this vast network of, military friends and family all across the world, but I really didn't know anybody in the broker community. My friend said, hey, you should come do it. She is not the type that is, goes to all of the events, so on and so forth. But she gave me some great, very, very good advice in the beginning. She said, join the Women's Mortgage Network and join AIME. And I did both of those things day one, and I've never looked back. Some of my best friends are in this community now, and it has been so amazing. I have community I can go to and ask questions. I get referrals from this community. I also support where I can. Of course, in the beginning, I felt like I have nothing to give, but as I've become better, particularly in VA loans, I give back as much as I possibly can, which I think is, important in any relationship. If you go in with a giving attitude, you're always going to receive in return.
I love it, 100%. And I'll put in the plug for AIME because it's coming up. We have AIME Fuse, one of the biggest events to network with brokers all across the country. Gay, I know, is going to be there. I'm going to be there. You'll have tons of brokers from every state representing all. I learned this new saying when I was in Alaska, definitely representing the lower 48. I heard that more than I've ever heard in my life. But we'll have people from every state in the U.S., and it gives you an opportunity to put a name to a face. I will tell you that not only, Women's Mortgage Network, Brokers Are Better, just the entire group of brokers that believe that we are better together. It's a great event to go to hone in your skills, meet new people, and really shake some hands. Like, don't be a fly on the wall. If you show up expecting everybody to greet you, I hope that happens. But the reality of it is you got to also be a little bit outgoing and shake a hand, ask. The biggest takeaways from Fuse are when people ask, hey, what are you doing to win right now? And we try to highlight it on these calls. But once again, we touch maybe 500 to 1,000 people on these. Fuse is going to have a couple thousand people there. You get to hear from industry leaders, top lender reps, service partners, the whole gamut. October 4th through the 7th. We hope to see you there, especially October 4th. If you want to come play in the golf outing, it's going to be amazing. I don't know if I talked you into that one yet, Gabe, but you might have to.
I'm going to be there.
Good. I'd like to hear it.
Yeah,
well, I appreciate you. Thank you for everything you do for the community. Thank you for your friendship and just how you try to help everybody around you. I'm really thankful to know you, and I appreciate you being here. With that being said, if you're looking for a new tip or tool, maybe you just need a fresh idea, check out our YouTube page at AIME National, and we will have all of our past episodes there that you can check out. Use a new tip or tool to help you continue to win and dominate in this industry. We're here every Monday, noon Eastern, in the Brokers Are Better Facebook group. And with that, I hope you go out and grow and get it. So, Gay, thank you again. Everyone have an amazing day.
Thanks. Take care. Bye.